Welcome back, Cubs. We're getting ready to do another craft. And I don't know if you can see, but I have got a hot glue gun here. Now, you actually won't be using the hot glue gun, but I am going to show you how I prepare for this craft. Alrighty, so we're going to do another version of fake stained glass. This one's a little different. So in it, I'm going to use, if you can see, picture frame, and this just came from the dollar store. And again, we're going to use some of that clear glue that we're very fond of. And this time, instead of little beads, we are going to be using glass beads or glass stones. I don't know if you can see that. So let's get started. So this is a little bit of prep work that's going to happen before this comes to you guys. Like I said, I'm using hot glue, but I don't want you guys using hot glue because I don't want any burns, and not everyone has a hot glue gun. So I will show you what I'm doing and then we'll take it from there. So I have a frame that I got at the dollar store, and I'm going to take it apart because I'm going to use only bits of it. I'm going to use the frame and the glass. I don't know if it really is glass, it might be plastic, but that's what I'm going to use. So here on the back, I'm going to just peel back these little points, and I'm going to take the back off. I'm going to take the paper out, and I'm going to take this, what they call it, a mat. I'm going to take the mat out. So all I have left is this piece of glass. I'm actually impressed. So it's a piece of glass and the frame. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put hot glue around this edge, and I'm going to put the glass in place. And what that'll do is it'll keep our frame from leaking later when we use this kind of glue. All right, let's give this a try. I'm hoping that my glue has heated up enough. And so here I go. Need a little more glue in there, need more glue. We don't want it to dry out. There we go. Gotta do it fast, gotta do it fast. Whoops. And hopefully that was fast enough. And then in this goes. Providing I don't have it knock against these. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to let it set, and then when we come back, I will have this clean, and we will start doing our craft on this side. All right, see you in a bit. Hi, Cub Scouts. We're back with our project. So, just a refresher, what I did was I took the back out and I hot glued the glass in place. And I also took out those little metal bits because, you know what, they were kind of pokey and they weren't needed. So I took them out. And then I gave it a wash. So the next step is we are going to start putting our pattern in. And I've decided that I am going to do a heart. I don't know, we're going to give this a try. We're going to see if it works. We're going to hope it works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some of my glue. And I'm just going to flood the frame. Now it shouldn't leak out, but just in case, I've got a tray underneath. That's my little work tray. And now I am going to start putting down my little glass globs that are going to be my heart, and I hope I can get this to work. I had this working before when I laid it out, but let's see if I can do it again. Does it look like a heart? I hope so. You can see I can move things around a little bit right now because whoops, didn't want it to go in upside down. I'll get a new one. Oops, not that one either. That's a nice one. I can move things around if they aren't quite where I want them to be at this stage. Now there are other kinds of glue you can use for this project, but the problem was either they were, there we go, that's kind of like a heart. Either they were hot, which we didn't want, or they had fumes. And I don't know about you, but I didn't want fumes. So now I'm going to do the background. And when I am done, we will take a look and see how this turned out. Once I have my pattern in place, oops, I'm rocking my camera here. We're gonna have to let this dry for a couple of days. But I think you kind of expected that. We're getting used to this with our glue stained glass projects is, yeah, we need to let it dry. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes when I have this all done. Maybe it looks more like grapes than a heart. We'll see. All right, Cub Scouts, this is what it looked like after I played with it a bit. I did have to rearrange things slightly. It turns out I needed some of these little teeny tiny clear ones along with the big clear ones. But I think it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. And so I am now going to let it sit for quite a few days until this hardens, and hopefully we will have a stained glass or something that resembles it. Hi Cub Scouts, we're back, and yesterday I poured the glue and made this creation. But I thought, you know, it's not completely dry, but I thought I would give you a bit of an update. So you may wonder why I test out these crafts and video them before we do them. Well, I'm going to just turn a little bit, and I don't know if you can quite see it, but there's a huge puddle of glue that leaked out of this project. And maybe you can see it a little better here. Yes, so this is why I did this craft in the tray, otherwise I would have glue all over my countertop. And it wouldn't be very good. So we've learned something here. When we do this craft, we are definitely going to have to assume it will leak to a certain degree, and we're going to have to plan for that. But other than that, I think it's actually looking pretty good. In fact, I'm going to try putting it in a window here, and we'll see how it, we'll see if anything falls off. Hold on a sec. Hello Cub Scouts. As you can see, I have got our fake stained glass beside a real stained glass, and you know what, it looks pretty darn good, I think, and a lot easier and safer for you guys to do. We'll see you guys later.